it's the most wonderful time of the year. The most wonderful season of the year has arrived. Award season. It's finally here. Yes, we have Christmas, the winter holidays coming up, but for those who really care about this stuff, there is nothing like award season. It is exhilarating. It is chaos. It is stressful, but at the end of the day, it is so much fun. And we're finally here. We had the Critics' Choice nominations come out Friday. I did a little talking about that on Twitter, but we'll let that go for now. Today, I'm here to talk to you and react to the Golden Globe nominations that came out this morning. And there's a lot that was like really straightforward and a few things that were crazy. I'm going to tell you what it all means for the Oscar season in just a moment. Welcome back to Archer Vision, presented by MovieArcher.com. My name is Nico. I even got my Movie Archer merch on today. Big thank you to my editor-in-chief, Adam, for giving this to me. And if you have not checked out MovieArcher.com and everything that's going on there, we have some really cool things coming out the rest of this year, but amazing things in 2026. So if you have not checked that place out yet, if you're not following MovieArcher.com, please do, because there's so much to come. I wish I could tell you all right now, but there's a lot of really cool stuff to come. I'm very honored to be a part of this team, and I've referenced them before, but I really want to shout them out today. Couldn't be more thrilled. Start off with the big ones and just go down the line. We have Best Picture Drama here, Best Motion Picture Drama, and we have Frankenstein, Hamnet, It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. So nothing really crazy here. The Secret Agent getting in is massive. The Secret Agent has had a very good week with this and critics groups as well, and I do think the possibilities of The Secret Agent landing a Best Picture nomination are more likely than ever, and this is great fuel for it. I think something missing from here would be Train Dreams, which I'm a little surprised it's not here, actually. Train Dreams has so much love, so much passion. There's a lot of people who are in love with that movie. You're going to see it on so many top 10 of the year lists, and I think you're going to have a lot of people who it's in their top 3 and even their favorite film of the year. It's just emotionally doing something to people. So I really thought, if anywhere, it would show up here, because it shows up a couple places later. Some people are calling it the Sing Sing 2.0 of this year. I'm not quite sure. I still think Train Dreams can find its way into the Best Picture lineup, because in the next category, you'll see a couple jarring things that make that possible. But for now, really, you're going to take these 6, I think, and a couple in the next category, and I think you're looking at your Best Picture lineup at the Oscars this year. Probably the craziest moment of the day is Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. We have Blue Moon, Begonia, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, Nouvelle Vague, and One Battle After Another. I think the craziest things in here are the 2 Linklater films, Blue Moon and Nouvelle Vague. I don't think anyone was really predicting these to happen, maybe Blue Moon, but the big omissions here are No Wicked for Good. No musical is actually in this category. I think it's the first time in a while that there's no musical in this category, but Wicked for Good, Wicked really takes a massive hit here. You know, Cynthia Erivo didn't show up at Critics' Choice in a field of 6 for actress, and it blanks here in the one category it really should show up in, outside of song, outside of supporting actress. And so that's a big hit. I would take Wicked out of your Best Picture predictions now if you haven't already. The other thing I mentioned, not in drama or here, this film would have been in drama, but no Avatar either. A lot of people haven't seen it yet. I have. My thoughts are coming next Monday on it, but I think it's a combination of people haven't seen it yet, and from some of the social reactions, and you might have seen mine, I think people are okay this year with leaving it off lists, but big things here. Begonia's hanging around. We knew that would show up here. It shows up a couple other places later, so keep that on the radar. Marty Supreme, of course, One Battle After Another, of course, but No Other Choice. I mean, this is big. Are we looking at 4 neon films in Best Picture? No Other Choice, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, and It Was Just an Accident. I would love to see that. I would do backflips if that happened. I think all 4 deserve Best Picture nominations, because they are truly 4 of the best films of the year. So No Other Choice has shown strength this award season. It is not going away. It feels like it's surging right now. It had big reactions when it first came out. So I would start putting stock in a potential No Other Choice Best Picture nomination. We will see. The other one left out here in musical or comedy is The Testament of Ann Lee. Once again, I actually haven't seen the film yet. A lot of people haven't seen the movie yet, but something from it gets in later. Well, I'll just say Seifert gets in later. But, I think this movie really needs to start showing up. It was pretty absent at Critics' Choice Awards, too. So, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Ann Lee, but I would put, Ann Lee very low, Wicked for Good for low. And I'll tell you the big one here. No Jay Kelly. You might have seen my review on TikTok, and I have a YouTube review coming for it too, but Jay Kelly not being here in a field of 6, not here for musical or comedy, is a big hit for Baumbach. It's a big hit, I think, for its Best Picture chances. So, in terms of Best Picture, man, you're really looking at a combination of Frankenstein, Hamnet, It Was Just an Accident, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, One Battle, and it's like, okay, what is the last movie? Is it Train Dreams? Is it Begonia? Is it Jay Kelly? Is it, are they going to end up pulling Avatar in there? I'm not quite sure, but it's very fascinating. For animated feature, we have one surprise. It's Demon Slayer here, but Arco, Elio, K-pop, Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, and Zootopia, I think were all the ones that people were predicting. I think K-pop definitely takes the win here. But yeah, Demon Slayer, I haven't seen it, but the anime community is so strong, and this movie did insanely well at the box office, and I know there's a lot of fans who are excited for this, so I love to see that. I'm happy for them, and maybe I'll check this out, but yeah, pretty standard, I think. Demon Slayer being removed, and then I think that will be your Best Picture or Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards lineup. Let's just zip right over to non-English language here, which I think is going to be the strongest beat-for-beat category throughout this entire award season and at the Academy Awards, because this year for international film is so special. There are so many good movies, even outside of the 6. I mean, there's banger after banger after banger, to where I think I would be pretty happy with any variation of 5. With some staples need to be in there, but like any variation of 5. But here we got It Was Just an Accident, No Other Choice, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value. Those are those 4 neon films. There we go. Can all those get in the Best Picture? We will see. Then we got Surat. Well, 5 neon films here with Surat and The Voice of Hidden Rajab, which I have not seen, but I'm excited to. I think you take out Hidden Rajab and that's your 5 for the Oscar. Sometimes they might do something a little different. You might see Sound of Falling in there, Left-Handed Girl, a couple other ones that are really, really strong. But other than this, I think those 4 plus Surat, which is crazy because they're all neon. Neon. What a year for neon. What a year for neon. It's ridiculous. Let's get into the acting categories. We got Best Male Actor in a Drama. We got Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams, Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein, Dwayne Johnson, Michael B. Jordan, Wagner Moura, and Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy Allen White gets a lifeline here. This is probably the only place he's going to show up because Springsteen is dead. Wagner Moura, one of my favorite performances of the year, arguably my favorite male performance of the year. I think he's going to be your winner here. They love Frankenstein. That's why Oscar Isaac is here. Dwayne gets in somewhere. Shout out to. I'm happy that he's got nominated somewhere. I don't love this Smashing Machine, nor do I think his performance is Oscar worthy, but I think it's good. I think it's good for his standard. So you're really, out of this lineup, you're really looking at Moura being, I think, the one who's a lock of these 6 for an Oscar nomination. I think Edgerton, depending on how good of a day Train Dreams has, will be in that lineup. And Michael B. Jordan, I think, is he going to be the Margot Robbie of this year, where he kind of gets in a lot of places and is left off the Oscar, or is he going to ride that Sinners wave to an Academy Award nomination? I think it would be cool for him. I think it would be deserving. I think it would be also like a career nomination for him, but we'll see. Coolest category of the day: Best Female Actor, Motion Picture Drama. I'm just getting Ava Victor for Sorry Baby. Sorry Baby, it's a Critics' Choice nomination for Screenplay. Ava Victor shows up in Drama Actress. Listen, I'm hope-dicting hard here. A Best Original Screenplay nomination for Sorry Baby at the Academy Awards. Will it probably happen? No, but can it? I think it can, because Sorry Baby is showing up everywhere. Critics groups, Critics' Choice, Golden Globe. Sorry Baby is hanging around. I don't know. It would need like a screenplay nom at BAFTA to like really be like, whoa, can this happen? Oscar nomination morning, but Other than that, I just think it is a awesome nomination. Ava Victor, Golden Globe nominated actor now, as well as Critics' Choice nominated screenwriter. I love it. I love it. And then, of course, we have everyone else. We have Jessie Buckley and Reinsva, who are both incredible, and we knew they were going to be there. They're both hopefully locks for the Oscars. We have Jennifer Lawrence here, Dime I Love, who is doing everything in that movie, so of course she was going to show up here. And then a lot of people I have to get to Hedda, but I love seeing Tessa Thompson nominated here because I heard nothing but great things about this performance, and I just believe it. I think Tessa Thompson rocks, so I cannot wait to watch this movie. And then the last one is Julia Roberts, After the Hunt. She got in. I haven't seen After the Hunt yet, but the discourse around the movie is crazy, and I think everyone thought she may or may not show up here. I think people started leaning towards no, but she's here. Male actor in a musical or comedy, Timmy Clooney, Leo. I mean, Jesus, we got Ethan Hawke, Lee Byung-hun for No Other Choice. This is such a big nomination. I think he should get an Oscar nomination too. The physical comedy in that film he's so captivating. He's so hysterical, and there's emotional beats that he absolutely nails. And Jesse Plemons for Begonia, who I also think is one of the best performances of the year. He's exceptional in that movie. So this lineup is stacked. I mean, actually, if you take Clooney out and substitute Mora for Ethan Hawke, because I haven't seen Blue Moon, that would be like the perfect Oscar 5 for me, is Timmy, DiCaprio, Lee Byung-hun, Plemons, and Mora. But I think here, Jake Kelly not showing up in musical or comedy does not make me think that Jake Kelly's going to overperform at the Oscars. I think SAG could save it, though. It could get ensemble. It could get Clooney and Sandler. But this is stacked. Actor this year is so stacked, it's ridiculous. Because for the Oscar, you're looking at Timmy, let's do Leo, and let's do Mora as locks. And then you could do Edgerton, Hawke, Lee Byung-hun, Plemons, Clooney. I mean, the opportunity, Michael B. Jordan, I mean, the opportunities are kind of endless. It's crazy. But once again, nothing crazy here. These are, so far, every category I've named with the exception of musical or comedy. And the Demon Slayer showing up. And a lot of people were predicting that. A lot of people's predictions, I think, were in like close to 90% or at least in the 80s, because these ended up being really, really predictable this year, in my opinion. Female actor in musical or comedy, Rose Byrne, Cynthia Erivo, Kate Hudson, Chase Infinity, Amanda Seyfried, and Emma Stone. These are the 6 that everyone pretty much thought. The only performances here I haven't seen are Hudson and Seyfried. I think for the Academy Award, right, if we're going back to that drama category for them, you're getting Buckley, you're getting Reinsva. I think you're getting Byrne. Byrne won LA and New York Film Critics and NBR. Byrne's on a roll right now. We've seen this before, though. We've seen critic darling actor winners really struggle to show up in other places as the season goes on, and sometimes struggle to land the nomination. I also think last year Marianne Jean-Baptiste was winning a lot of these awards, including I think New York and LA, and she missed the Oscar. I will say this though, Rose Byrne has been acting for a while, very respected, so I think the push for her is so strong. It's actually one of the strongest campaigns and pushes I've seen for a lot of the lead actress nominees, so I do think she's safe. And then you're looking at any combination of Seyfried, Infinity, Stone. I mean, Emma Stone has 2 Oscars. Do we need to nominate her again? I think she's awesome, and she's always a pro, but she's always going to give you something that's lights out. So we'll have to see how the rest of the season plays out. But the lead acting categories are so competitive. It's kind of crazy. This is the shortest I'll talk about a category. Supporting actor, you're going to see these 6 everywhere except for SAG and the Oscar. These are the 6. The same 6 as Critics' Choice. The only thing you're going to switch is you're going to drop one person. And I hate to say this, I think it's Jacob Elordi. It's one of my favorite performances of the year, but he's the youngest. He's the most fresh face. And the type of performance, they don't ever really nominate. Like, a lot of people tried it for Bill Skarsgård last year. A lot of people tried it for Bill Skarsgård with It. I get it. Maybe Frankenstein it's definitely a lot more of a Best Picture player than something like Nosferatu was. But I think you're going to get Penn and Del Toro. And Del Toro's been winning a lot. I'm just going to say Del Toro's been winning a lot. So you're going to have those 2. You're going to have Paul Mescal and Stellan Skarsgård. The one I don't love here but is going to happen is Adam Sandler. Listen, no one wants Adam Sandler to get an Oscar nomination more than me. I love Adam Sandler. He's integral to various moments of my childhood and my life, and I love him. And him and Jake Kelly. He's not bad in Jake Kelly. He just, to me, he doesn't do anything in Jake Kelly. He plays the most normal, subdued version of himself, and I really think you could have plugged so many actors in that role, and it would have been the same thing. I think the couple scenes where he needs to do more, I don't think he nails that well, but they want this so bad, and Netflix wants this so bad. So I think you keep him, you drop Elordi, and that's your SAG 5 and your Oscar 5. Now, who wins the Oscar? Del Toro's winning a lot. He's got the one battle Best Picture favorite in his mind. He's kind of taken over for Sean Penn. Who knows what's going to happen with Penn if he starts winning? But Stellan, I think Stellan, because Sentimental Value today. Ooh, let's get into it, actually. Sentimental Value had a day. Supporting actress in motion picture. We have Emily Blunt, who I don't, listen, I love Emily Blunt. I love Emily Blunt. I do. In fact, she's done a lot for the stuttering community. Emily Blunt is a person who stutters, a fellow person who stutters. We love you, Emily Blunt. I didn't love the role in The Smashing Machine. She's good. I mean, she elevates the material. The same thing she did for Oppenheimer. So I do find it ironic that I think her two recent awards performances are really not well-written characters that she elevates, but I wouldn't have put her here. I would have put Wunmi Misako here. That's a bad miss here. Not that it's a bad miss, but I think, if she would have shown up here, I would have been she's a lock-in for the 5, but let's put that to the side. Both Sentimental Values actresses, they're going to keep going, and I think Inga should win. Ari's here, and then Amy Madigan for Weapons. The Amy Madigan thing's happening. I think it's crazy. I was not against it because I don't want it to happen because she's great. But, I just didn't think this would actually end up being, the horror performance that, the Oscars embrace. So we'll see. I mean, it's very possible that, Madigan gets dropped and Wunmi Misako gets in there or somebody else we're not thinking of. Both Marty Supreme actresses aren't here, and they didn't show up at Critics' Choice, and they haven't really been showing up yet. I'm going to chalk that up to people not seeing it yet. I have seen it. You're going to see my review on TikTok and here in the next few days. I'm holding it a little closer to the Chicago release date because that's what they asked. So I want to adhere to that. But they're both very good. I like Odessa Zion better because it's a bigger performance, and I like when it's someone unknown or someone I'm not as familiar with kind of wows me. Gwyneth Paltrow is a very subdued, quiet performance, but I really like what she does with Timmy and her chemistry with Timmy and the way her character operates in the film. So I could see SAG pulling out Gwyneth here and then Gwyneth getting the Oscar. I think when it comes to the Academy Awards, I think they'll always pick between two performances. They'll always pick the older, more seasoned actor. I mean, it happened with Judd Hirsch versus Paul Dano, and then Belfast. I really didn't like Belfast. Katrina Belf missed out for it's so bad. Judi Dench got in instead. So yeah, supporting actress. I think you take out Blunt here though, and that's the 5 for most of the year unless something happens. Director is so damn competitive. It's crazy. So we got PTA, Coogler, GDT, Guillermo del Toro is here, Jafar Panahi, Joachim Trier, and Chloe Zhao. So listen, no Safdie here. So no Josh Safdie here, which honestly, a lot of people are surprised today. I'm not, because of these 6 nominees here. It makes the most sense that he would be left out. You have PTA, the favorite. You have Chloe Zhao, the return. I mean, she's a former winner. And she also has one of the most acclaimed films of the year that's winning audience awards left and right. They're going to put her in this lineup. You're going to put Panahi in here just because of everything. And it was just an accident. It's the best directed film of the year, in my opinion. So, those 3 all feel like locks. And Trier, people thought Sentimental Value was on the downturn. As soon as Major Awards Association happened, as soon as these started rolling out, I mean, it's everywhere. He's everywhere in director. He's in other places. It's getting Best Picture nominations. It's getting 4 actors in here. We have Stella and Renata in both supporting actress performances, so that's going to happen. Then you have Coogler, who, at least up to this point, right, has one of the most acclaimed and buzziest movies of the year, and he's a director that now people know, and it's it can be his due. He did massive things with Black Panther, the first Creed, this is his baby. He had all that stuff with the different IMAX ratios and the 70 millimeter and stuff, and so he truly has a love for cinema that was really embraced and communicated very well. So I think until there's a field of 5, we'll see if he gets left out. And they were just going to do Guillermo del Toro because one, A, they really like Frankenstein, and B, Guillermo del Toro is Guillermo del Toro. He's a legendary. He's lovable. He's him. He's that guy. He's the long-lived, the protector of cinema. So really, this directing lineup I wasn't shocked by, and I really think DGA, I think other places aren't going to do Josh Safdie either. But they didn't like totally hate Marty Supreme, like to bury it, because in Screenplay, it's Safdie replaces Del Toro here. It could be for a variety of reasons, right? It could be that Marty Supreme's original and Frankenstein is, an adapted version of something that's been adapted before, albeit more truthful to the source material than things that came before it. But I think that's why that happens here. And then the other 5 are the other people in director: Hamnet, Sentimental Value, It Was Just an Accident, One Battle, and Sinners. So I think obviously at the Oscars we're going to be split up between original and adapted. So when we make prediction videos down the line, we'll get into the other films that could be in those places. But given the possibility here, these are the 6. Scores the other place we get a little interesting. We got Desplat for Frankenstein, Ludwig Göransson for Sinners, Johnny Greenwood, One Battle. We got Surratt, we got Hamnet, and we got Hans Zimmer for F1. Listen, I love me and some Hans Zimmer, and so do the Globes apparently, but no Marty Supreme here in score, Daniel Lopatin score, which is really, really good. Once again, maybe just people haven't seen the movie, but Marty Supreme had a pretty bad day today, and let's hope it bounces back, because I think the film is really good. You'll see my review. I think the film is really, really, really good, and a lot of people love it. So I think it's going to end up being more of a player, but Surratt being here is huge. A lot of people love that. I think it's a really cool nom, and I would love if that just kind of kept going. So you might look at a lineup that's Hamnet, One Battle, Surratt, Sinners, and Frankenstein. I think that could really be your Oscar lineup. I think the Hans Zimmer thing will fall off. But even though I still remember Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny getting in there. So, I don't know, when they like someone like Zimmer or Williams or one of these people that they've nominated so many times before, I think there's a shot. But yeah, I think the biggest omission here is no Marty Supreme. So we'll have to see how that plays out when it comes out and more people see it and as we get to other voting bodies. And then the wrap-up song, we have Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters, of course. Train Dreams by Train Dreams. Train Dreams from Train Dreams, that shows up here. So that and Edgerton, so at least it got 2 nominations. And then 2 Wicked songs. Everyone thought Girl in the Bubble would be the only one, but No Place Like Home is here. So they didn't put Wicked for Good in comedy musical, but they'll nominate it for 2 songs. And then Dream Has Won, the Avatar Fire and Ash song by Miley Cyrus, which is honestly is pretty good. Not gonna lie, I kind of dug the song as it was playing over the credits. But as for the Academy Award, I think Golden will be here. I could see Avatar staying in there because it would be fun to get Miley Cyrus. Oh, sorry, I Lied to You by Sinners is going to be in there too. And then probably 1 Wicked song. Then we'll see with the 5th. Maybe it's 2 Wicked. Maybe it's Train Dreams. We'll see. I don't have much to say about this category because the best song category isn't really something I am too well versed in, because I don't want to be ignorant and completely play it off, even though I don't want to talk about this joke of a category, the cinematic and box office achievement, which I think is hilarious because I know Avatar Fire and Ash is going to clear $1 billion easily, but it has not made a cent yet, and it got a nomination here. And K-Pop Demon Hunters is here, which I do think is a cinematic achievement. I know it's on streaming, but I think that film and that album has captivated pop culture since June, and it has not stopped, and I feel like it's still at its peak level. I think it's the biggest pop culture moment of the year, so I think it should be here, even though I read today the technicality is the amount of viewers it has, they were able to equate it to a dollar amount that was more significant than 100 million. But we got Sinners, we got Weapons in here, we got Wicked for Good, Zootopia, F1, Mission Impossible. Lilo and Stitch and Minecraft made more money than all these, but they're not here. I'm not saying they needed to be here, but I thought a Superman might show up here, that Warner Brothers would be able to get that movie in here, but no. But yeah, and this isn't a category anywhere else, so we don't have to worry about this. But I will say it is a fun game to think what will win this, because by the time the awards come out, Avatar will still be in its theatrical run and won't be at its peak yet. And I think at that point you just have to pick what's the most impressive thing. So I would be probably Sinners. This is probably the Sinners Award, it was the Barbie Award a couple of years ago. But I think it would be incredible if K-pop won this. People would be so mad, but I would be I would be excited. So I just want to put that out there. Tell me what you thought, what you agree or disagree with me, what some of your biggest surprises or snubs were, and what you think it means for the Academy Awards. I think there really wasn't anything that I was that shocked that didn't happen, like I said. And some of the crazy surprises, like, no Avatar and no Wicked, and even like no Jay Kelly showing up in places. I'm not really like, I don't really, it's not that I don't care about them, but like I would have put in most of those other movies instead too. So I'm pretty okay with everything here. I know some people are going to probably talk about Sydney Sweeney not getting in here. I think she probably could have, because she's actually pretty good in that movie. I don't love the movie, but she's pretty good in it. But I don't know. It just didn't happen. So stay tuned for more award stuff. The next time I'll be reacting to SAG live. I'm going to try to react to BAFTA live, and of course the Academy Awards I'll be reacting to live as well when all those nominations come out. And stay tuned for more reviews. But most of all, please go check out moviearcher.com. There's written reviews, there's video reviews, there's other podcasts now. We got the Revisionist Almanac, we got Movies in Us, TV in Us, just incredible stuff. A lot of interviews coming from a lot of incredible filmmakers. So please check out moviearcher.com. And of course, if you have not liked or subscribed to Nico Knows Film yet, please do that. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I cannot wait to hang out with all of you again very, very soon.